Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast. For today, we're talking NWA Saturday Night on TBS on February 20th, 1988. And we had the call in audible this week because one of the trio got caught traveling, and he was out busy and couldn't make it in town in time. So, and his travel schedule next week may be the same. So, lots going on with the Dockster. So Lance is back a week after he kissed our ass and said we had a great show. And Harper's here as well. So, Harper, I'm going to throw it to you first because last time Lance left and Doc replaced him, you cut a promo on Lance when he was gone. I'm not trying to stir things up, but
you see,
Harper, how you doing,
wow.
man? You called him a nerd.
Jerry Springer?
You called him a nerd. You said...
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did.
I would never do that. You're a very high quality individual, Lance.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
You're a true.
I'm always listening. You never know when I'm listening to the show.
He mocked you, Lance. I don't know if you heard it. He was like,
"Okay,
oh, Lance isn't here, so I don't get to hear about his toys and his. Oh, guy, I got all the programs from the Sportatorium and Texas Stadium shows." See, he's laughing because he knows I'm not lying. No, it's all fun and games. But Harper, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Fuck, maybe Doc's smart enough and finally quit this shit.
I wouldn't say that. He got caught up with travel and whatnot. So,
whatever.
Yeah. But Lance, how are you? Are you happy to be back?
Oh, it's great. It's a Shemp episode, I guess. Here I am replacing Doc. I don't know how I can do it, but I'll just stay in the background, know my role, let Harper be the star.
Well, I will tell you, you are the greatest example of a SMU graduate, and we're more than happy to have you here. Go Mustangs.
Oh, mercy. Mercy.
Go Mustangs, dog.
I can feel the love through the headset, man.
Eric
Go
Dickerson.
Mustangs, except when they play Tulane.
Glad you didn't say Craig James.
Tulane got robbed at SMU 2 years ago.
I remember that. Yeah, that's true, huh?
And most of the people out there who because I know we have college football fans that listen to us, and Tulane and SMU aren't big time college football, even though they're big, they're team. I mean, technically they are, but not really. They're not national powerhouses or whatever.
They're not
but
Power
anyway,
5 schools.
Right, but Tulane got robbed at SMU 2 years ago, and that was messed up. They got
forgot about that.
Anytime we
won that game. They would have went to a bowl game. They had to win that game to become bowl eligible. Nah, bro.
Yeah,
ain't happening.
They got robbed.
And when Tulane's on the schedule, we're always pretty confident. We play a lot of teams that were stacked, the deck's stacked against us, but we always feel good about Tulane.
That was 2 years ago. I wonder if they play them here at SMU again. If they do, I might go. Anyway, let's get into some business.
I'll be out there with the Maker's Mark.
I know you will. That's why
I will be tailgating.
Special shout out to our largest patron contributors monthly, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, and Hall of Fame patron Kyle Riley and Mike Childry. Thank you for your generous patronage each and every month on this show. We appreciate it. And then I want to get into something real quick before we jump into the show, before I do the rest of the shout outs. Harper, remember the bit we did last week with the Jive tones and how, you got into the thing about the car they drove and we answered Drew's question and you said the car smelled like weed and cocoa butter?
Yeah.
So
That's nice.
No, we were just.
Why are you laughing?
We were just. Well, the thing is, we were just having fun. Would you agree, Harper?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta say something. Some clown on the YouTube channel, because what I did was I clipped that segment and posted it as a video on the YouTube channel. For the army out there to hear it ahead of time. You know, I was like, hey, you want to hear, a week ahead? Look, here's a clip. And it was about 13, 14 minutes. Somebody on the YouTube channel made a comment, and this was the comment. I won't say the person's name. I hesitated to listen to this one, and I can see why I did. And he's got a little face like a face palm type or a blank stare. It was only a little offensive, racist, and stereotypical. SMH, shaking my head. Apparently, let me just say this. I think this guy missed the part where after we were joking and playing, and if you remember when you said cocoa putter and weed, I was like, come on, bro, stop being a racist. Like, apparently he missed that part, and apparently he also missed the part at the end where you and Doc both said, or Doc said, man, these guys are fun, man. They're getting screwed over with this terrible gimmick. And he must have missed all of that. So, yeah, we're unprofessional. We have fun. We're not politically correct, but good Lord, people, stop making everything so serious. It was all in fun.
For real, huh?
I mean,
Harper, stop being woke.
That great? Stop being woke. But how
stop
great
being
was that?
Woke. Go take a fucking nap, motherfucker.
Jesus. How great was that, though, Harper? I mean, was that segment not a lot of fun?
That shit was great, man. It does make you wonder what kind of car did they drive. Does it?
That's your superpower, not mine. Oh, man. Anyway, again, people, life is too serious. Go have some fun. Don't take things so serious. Harper, I'm afraid to throw it to you, but I heard you have a promo you want to cut because you're mad about women hijacking the Pride Parade in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, bro. Did y'all have the whole big gay pride thing over there by y'all?
Did we have a parade here, Lance? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I really don't, Harper.
All I saw was on Twitter, and I kind of like whatever, people arguing with each other. So,
well, there's probably one every night at fucking Lance's house anyway. So,
I'm a married man, happily married.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay, Harper's about to cut a promo on women hijacking the Pride Parade in New Orleans.
Look. I got nothing against gays, right? You know, if you want to be queer, go be queer. Go get married, adopt kids. I don't give a shit what you do. I'm going through fucking Facebook and Instagram, and I'm looking at all the posts, and there's no gay guys posting this shit. It's all these little fucking girls, these little white girls half naked with fucking 10 pounds of Sherman Williams makeup on their fucking faces, and they use it as an excuse to get half naked and take fucking selfies and put them on fucking Instagram. They're hijacking the fucking gay pride shit. And it's like, can't fucking anyone just have their own shit without you fucking stealing it? Right.
Harper?
What?
It goes back to the birthday month. It's not a
birthday
month.
Bro, it's a day. It's a fucking... It's not happy birth month.
It's a day. No, it's a day. You were born. You were born January 5th, for example, your birthday is January 5th. It's
and
not
if it's on a
January.
Monday, you celebrate it on fucking Monday, motherfucker. Not the next weekend, so fucking you and Karen and fucking Rachel can go out and fucking take selfies. Okay? The fuck? Bruh, they think everything revolves around them, huh?
He's talking about women when he says they, not
they. Fucking broads. If it's not Mother's Day, and fucking let's be honest with you, most of these broads, when it comes to being a mother, I mean they got the batting average of a fucking relief pitcher. You know what I'm saying? You know they ain't batting 1,000. So maybe you should just go hide for that fucking day. And they got fucking Valentine's Day. That's their little special fucking day. The fucking gay pride fucking month. They took over that fucking shit. Jesus Christ. Fuck. I can't stand that fucking shit, dude. It's just an excuse. I gotta get half naked and take selfies. Oh, God. And you know what gets me so like really pissed off about it? They put hashtag love everyone, hashtag, change and blah, 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 like they're doing a fucking service for the homosexual community. Go sit the fuck down. You're posting fucking selfies. You know what that's like? That's like going to the little fucking ex-con guy ringing a bell in front of fucking Walmart with the Salvation Army bucket and taking a selfie of me putting a quarter in it and like, I'm helping out the homeless people. Hashtag do your part. Hashtag help out the needy. Blah, blah, blah. Because you put a quarter in there. That's what that's like. Go sit the fuck down, man. I can't stand that fucking shit.
Well, Harper, as we record this, Father's Day is this coming Sunday.
Yeah, see? Oh, God.
What's going to happen with all the...
How many of those single fucking bar whores are going to put on there? Shout out to all the single moms that got to, they got to be dads too, I'm like you showing little Mikey how to throw a fucking spiral in the backyard or something. Go sit down.
Okay, so let me speak for a minute, and then we'll get into the show. We're not trying to solve social issues here. We're just having fun, people. But seriously, I was raised by a single mother, so I have compassion for all the single mothers out there. At the same time, let the dads have that day. They get one day.
Yeah, for real. They got to hijack Father's Day, too, bro. Bro, like, seriously, they got to hijack Father's Day, too. Tell me I'm fucking lying. Tell me I'm fucking lying.
You're not lying.
It's Jesus Christ. The world does not revolve around you. I don't care what these fucking celebrities tell you on fucking Facebook and shit. It does not revolve around you. Fuck.
All right, Harper, you got it off your chest now?
I guess.
Lance, you got anything, or you?
No, let's keep rolling.
All right, so now that Harper cut his promo, and now that Harper got that off of his chest, I want to thank a bunch of new patrons and patrons who moved over to Patreon and patrons who bumped up their pledge. So first off, Don Depinet, thank you for bumping up your Patreon pledge. Enjoy those the Crockett pay-per-view that we did last month. Also enjoy the review request shows that we do or that we've done, like ECW, AWA. We did a Continental one as well. Lance and I are going to be doing a USA one soon. USA from Knoxville with Ron Wright. We got Will Harkey, longtime listener, big supporter of BTT, bumped up his pledge and is now a BTT Hall of Famer. Will, remind me at the end of December, and I will send you your Pro Wrestling Tees gift card to use in our Pro Wrestling Tees store. Craig Walston, longtime Patreon supporter, good dude who's helped me out numerous times when it comes to my laptop and PC, helping me troubleshoot various items, not only mine, but my kids. He had a problem with his. Craig, thank you for all your help. He bumped up his pledge, so thank you, Craig. And then last but not least, Piper's Ear, another longtime Patreon member, bumped up his Patreon level as well. So thank you very much. If you're not a patron, it's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. All right, we'll get into the show now. So, again, February 20th. Hold on, let me start the Patreon video, and I'm thinking about it, because last week I didn't start it right away. But we're talking February 20th, 1988, Saturday night on TBS. And the show opens. We see an opening of Flair and Sting mixing it up before we head to the studio, where it looks like Jim Ross is looking at Tony Schiavone like he is about to shoot him in the back of his head. You can see what I'm talking about if you're on Patreon. They break the news that the Powers of Pain and Ivan Koloff won the six-man titles from Dusty and the Road Warriors. Other than that, I don't have anything else from the opening. Harper, do you?
You notice when you look at that, Crockett's looking at it with a big shit-eating grin on his face, and there's fucking Jim Ross is like, you fucking asshole. You and that mustache.
He's looking at Schiavone right there where I've got the screen frozen, and he's like looking through his soul. Pretty vicious looking. Doc does a good imitation of Jim Ross talking about, I'm about to bury you sons of bitches. Anyway, it's pretty vicious. But Lance, anything from the opening, or can we keep going?
No, let's roll.
All right, the first matchup is the Varsity Club. They defeat Max MacGyver and Curtis Thompson. I don't really have anything from it. It was pretty much your standard enhancement talent match. Lance, anything from that?
When you see that blood, it looked like it. I mean, maybe on the suplex, he did 2 at the end, and I guess on the first of those 2, that's where that blood came from on MacGyver. They just kicked his ass.
I didn't even notice it watching it.
Yeah. I didn't notice him bleeding.
First, Steiner looks like he has blood on his leg, but it's when he comes up after the suplex at the end, the German. I think he does 2 Germans at the end. There, he's not bleeding, but you're going to see it. Oh, and that's when Steiner's going to screw with him and rub in his face, like, it's easy, or something. He's yelling at him, and he's just got him by the face, not punching him, but just kind of embarrassing him.
I think it's
right there.
Brush your
there
teeth.
Here it is, right
Right here.
Oh,
he's saying, brush your teeth, brush your teeth,
Oh,
brush your
okay.
teeth.
Well, he's bleeding right there out of the nose and mouth.
Yeah,
I can't tell what it is.
It's almost like
But
it happened on the German.
I mean, he landed on that second German. Just man, that's a flat. It just boom.
Yeah, it was almost like maybe that's what it did. Sometimes you hit your head hard enough, you hit hard enough, it jogs something loose, and that's what happened. I don't know. That's what it looked like to me. Harper, anything else from the match?
Nah.
All right, let's go to the promo. The Varsity Club. We've been enjoying their promos. Let's hear what Kevin Sullivan's got to say.
Varsity Club, the Games Master, World Television Champion, Florida Heavyweight Champion. When are you men going to stop? Listen, we had the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup. I know you've got to be figuring it out.
We're figuring into that. And it's funny, Mr. Crockett. People are starting to learn now what the Varsity Club is all about. Even though we've gained 2 titles, the second most prestigious title of them all, the World TV title, and your Florida Heavyweight title is important.
That's right, it is.
But that isn't an important thing for us. People are starting to learn what the Varsity Club is all about. What the Varsity Club is about is extinction. And let me tell you a story about extinction. Thousands of years ago, the great Mastodon ruled the earth. And something happened that changed the climate, and he was wiped out. And the great California golden bear, who growled, and everybody in the forest was scared, was hunted to extinction. And even the silly, flightless dodo bird was hunted and killed. Extinction, you see. I'm talking to three individuals. The adopted son of Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham with his flowing blonde hair, and the U.S. champion himself, Dusty Rhodes, and the silly dodo bird, Jimmy Garvin, who listens to something that pecks on his ear. You see, I'm going to make it real clear. Extinction is forever. Ever. And the Varsity Club is forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the exciting Shane Douglas.
Harper, did you step away or are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, I heard somebody put a headset down. I didn't know if it was you or Lance. Sullivan start talking about world history and extinction and
the Mastodon.
Yeah.
Well, what's the Mastodon? Mr. Nichols State?
I don't know.
Yo, what the fuck?
That's Lance. He went to SMU. That's a more
No,
prestigious
shit, man. I'm
I'm
actually a pro guy, man. Pro sports, man. I don't know college sports.
Okay.
Hey, what's the Florida champ? Did they talk about cover that? Like Rotundo just handed the title over?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
And you notice he didn't have it today.
Yeah,
Well,
but they covered it on this show of him handing it over to Steiner after
he
he
doesn't
won.
have it today, and I thought the day he handed it, he got it handed. I was one of our listeners, Jeff Jewett, was talking about this on the Facebook group. He handed it to Steiner, but I swear, I think it's next week or maybe the week after. I think Steiner might have it on him, or they bring it out to the ring with them or something. So it's essentially, I think it's dead, but it's like, because nobody's defending it or anything.
Right.
But I think Steiner does actually appear And Jeff, I might be wrong as I say this, but I think Steiner might actually appear with it one more time. Not to defend it, but like he has it out at the ring with him or something like that. But yeah, Lance, we talked about it when he just handed it to him like randomly, and that was it.
In November of '88, Rotundo's going to ask for it back, and that's going to cause a bunch of stuff. So
it's a few months away.
Yeah. That's the end of the and Steiner stripped of it. Anyway. That's kind of weird. They're still pushing that wrestling network, so I guess that's why they're still pushing the Florida territory stuff, trying to make sure that they feel like they're a part of it.
Anything else from the promo, though, Lance, you have? Or
No, it's pretty fun. They look so refreshed, don't they? Steiner coming into wrestling, and Rotundo's been around for years. It's the first time you ever give a care about him because, he was in Florida territory, and he never looked like much. Here, they're moving around in the ring, all vicious and stuff. I think it's great.
You are repeating what I think we're all feeling and saying, is that, and Harper agreed to this and said it too, like Rotunda getting a facelift, I guess if you can call it that, with the Varsity Club was refreshing because Harper was him as a babyface working for you?
No, he was going, no, bro. He had zero personality, and it was very, very boring.
It was like a cup of tea with no sugar or anything. Just, Just let's drink some hot tea with nothing in it, and that's it. But I'm with you. All right. We'll keep going. We got Shane Douglas. He defeats Thunderfoot 2. Douglas wins with a belly-to-belly, and JR puts it over that he reminds him of Magnum TA. Harper and I talked about Shane last week. Lance, what do you have after watching Shane here?
He's got, he had a name at the time. I know I was into it when this was going on because, UWF had been so close to Dallas and I was, we'd gone to shows and he had a name and everything. But, Sting's the more important. There's so many guys more important to this. I hadn't remembered about the belly-to-belly and the comparisons to Magnum. I don't know how long that will go on, but you can see Dusty's fingerprints all over it, of course. They tease something during that match. They're teasing something new in March, on TBS. We know what that is. And they're also pushing the Omni on the 28th, which $5 upper deck. They don't say that on TV, but that's what they were doing. So they must have been hurting. They must have been hurting pretty bad to put that on and stuff. And that was going to be, Horseman versus Dusty and all those guys. The new team's Lex, the new boy and stuff.
Man, imagine paying $5 to see those guys in their prime. Dude, $5. Put it this way.
Think about what that is today. What's that, $9 today, $8?
A G.I. Joe guy back then was $3 because I couldn't get anything over $3 when my mom would go to Walmart and Kmart. So a G.I. Joe guy was $3. So for $2 more, you can sit in a legit, fucking
the Omni.
Right. A major fucking NBA caliber building and watch these fucking top and on wrestlers in their prime work. Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
$5.
Ricky Santana here comes out and does this interview with Shane Douglas and everything. That's just pushing a Crockett Cup team and everything. And I did look up the dealership. I don't think any of those guys work at that car dealership where Ricky Santana worked in Orlando. But I looked it up to see if I could see the screenshot because that was him and Glacier and Haku all worked there, and you can see their pictures on the website and stuff 20 years ago.
He does look good in a suit.
Ricky Santana?
Yeah, he looks like somebody.
It makes him look important there.
You look like somebody in your suit too.
Well, you goddamn right I do. But I'm saying for a Mexican with a fucking mullet.
Wow.
There he is.
He told me to say that.
Woo.
Jesus Christ, Harper. Why don't you just call him, say he's got a hydrated back while you're at it?
Nice.
Jesus Christ. I have paused it on him wearing a suit since you want to be so politically correct here tonight. You're coming in hot. Harper, he looks good for a Mexican. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
With the mullet, too.
This is the type of stuff that gets us in trouble on the freaking YouTube channel. Right there.
Yeah, right.
When you say stuff like that. Somebody will mark it as hate speech. I'm telling you, man. He's having fun, people. Calm down. All right, we'll keep going. What Lance is talking about and Harper's talking about here is Ricky Santana and Shane Douglas do cut a promo out there with David Crockett. And Santana offers Shane his tag services to Douglas, who says, I sure do appreciate that. And then Douglas says that he's been getting lessons from Magnum, and Magnum's been helping him train, and Magnum's been a great guy to him. And then Shane talks about Ric Flair and Sting, but that was it. He's like starts pushing that feud, which we're about to get into in the next segment. So that's all I had. Lance, you had anything else from that?
No, I'll jump in here. Nothing says Valentine's like taking your date to wrestling.
Yeah,
and
right.
They had 3 shows on that Sunday the 14th, and this is being filmed on the 15th, the Monday after. And they had a show in Greenville, South Carolina, a matinee. They had another matinee in Chicago, and a night show in the Omni. Insane. And that show in Greenville, South Carolina just got the shit. They got Armstrong and Horner defeated the Sheep Herders.
Well, they were spending money putting on all those shows.
They just had the shit. But basically, the Chicago show and Atlanta, the Omni show, were the same thing and stuff. So they went from Chicago to Atlanta. Yeah, man, they were rolling. And then, so this is the 15th. Yeah.
So right now, what they do is they throw it to a video package. Shivani and JR do of Rick versus Sting, and it's a match, and I'll talk through it, and then I'll let kind of Lance and Harper say what they got. But let me fast forward the video that we've got going on here. Now, Lance, where'd you say this is from? This match?
This one's either this one I think is Tennessee, but it might be the Chicago match. I can't tell. Doesn't it look more like? It doesn't look like a big place in Chicago, does it?
No.
It looks like Tennessee, right?
Yes.
It's my choices.
I'm trying to look at that, like the see, it's so dark.
Yeah.
Freedom Hall. Doesn't that look like it would be called Freedom Hall?
That's what I'm thinking with those seats behind it, but it's so dark you can't see. But I'm with you. So it's Flair. I don't think so. It's Flair and Sting right here, and of course, as we watch this, there was a ref bump. Tommy Young went flying as Sting hit Flair with a move off the top rope. I mean, just it telegraphed in the NWA back then. Tommy Young's going to take a bump if he's out there. I mean, it gets old. But so then Sting, he's got Flair pinned for one, but then he puts Flair in the Scorpion Deathlock, and then there's a backup ref that he literally comes down to the ring. He's checking on Tommy Young, but and then he gets in. I think JJ ends up knocking him out. The whole time all this is going on, Sting ends up putting Flair in the Scorpion Deathlock. It takes Arn and JJ to come in and break up the submission that's going on here. Just lots of shenanigans. JJ stops the ref from actually saying no. Flair's giving up. JJ is about to bust open the ref. I think he juiced him before he sent him into the post, just so you know.
Yeah, because he was kind of stalling. Okay. It didn't.
Watch
it looked
right there.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Watch when he grabs him, and he's gonna grab his head for a second, and I think JJ's got the blade in his right hand. I think he's juicing him right there, and then he sends him into the post. So I think JJ bladed the ref. Yep. It's in his right hand. He put it in his pocket. You can see him.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah. Nice.
Isn't that crazy? As kids, we never caught any of this shit.
Right.
No, it was the late 90s, and then I would catch the Undertaker, doing it to his forehead before you get hit with a chair. But I mean, yeah, you had to be, savvy to what was going on. You sure didn't catch it as a kid. They had those first blood battle royals, and if you were in UWF, if you were up close, you could see what was going on a little bit. But there, that was smooth.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, you couldn't see. You had to know to look for it. But JJ juices the ref, sends him into the post. The ref is busted open. Sting is in the ring with Flair, and he's got him in a Scorpion Deathlock. The whole time he's got him in this, like Barry and Lex are stopping the Horsemen from breaking it up, and then it finally ends up getting broken up, the Scorpion Deathlock, that is. But Flair was in that hold for the longest, and he's on the ground selling it. It takes JJ and Arn to try to drag Flair out of the ring. But the babyfaces would not let Arn and JJ break this up. So I'll go to Lance now. Anything else you got from this? This was kind of cool. You know, ref got busted open. All kind of stuff happening here.
Yeah, and the good guy gets it all. I mean, for once, compared to today is what I'm saying, is we never see the good guy getting over on the heel. And here, you feel pretty good about it. He lost the match, right? Sting didn't win the world title, but look at all this action you got at the end. Especially, he's got Flair's number for upcoming match in March. The big Clash. Oh, did I say that?
No, that's all right.
That Clash is coming up. That's what they're fixing to announce is the Clash.
Now, what's these guys checking on Flair for? That's what I was wondering watching at the end. It's like a couple of like jobber guys are like, "Hey, man, are you okay?"
Guess they just wanted to see if their champion was doing okay. It was weird. But I want to repeat what you said, Harper. It's so weird when you watch JJ juice that ref because you never would have even paid attention to it.
Nobody would have caught that back then.
No, not at all. Even in that Born to Be Wired, that Funk and Sabu match, the ref's going around slicing Sabu on the back, and I didn't catch on until I heard about it, and then I watched it, and sure enough, that ref was, slicing Sabu's back up the whole match. And that is wicked. That is wicked to look at him do that to a guy's back. You just, oh my gosh. But he sure does it right in plain sight.
I never understood. So I'm going to assume that ref just didn't want to do it himself. And I will never understand guys that don't want to do it themselves because I trust myself more than I trust anybody else unless they're a damn surgeon to freaking fillet me open. Because remember when Luke filleted Carlos?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm letting another dude fillet me. It ain't happening. Not that he did anything wrong to him. My point is, man, I trust myself with that blade more than anybody. No way, no how. But anyway, like Luger, they said he was like afraid to do it to himself. I think JJ had to blade him one time or something, if you remember the stories. But
yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's keep going because Sting is out here, and I wanted to play this just for Doc, but because it's so ridiculous. Here's Sting, and that's after the segment that we just saw where Sting had Flair in the Scorpion Deathlock for a while. We're back in the studio.
This man, that close, being World Heavyweight Champion, there's no doubt Ric Flair knows what the Scorpion Deathlock feels like.
Well, it was only a few weeks ago that I kind of flew through the air and smashed JJ, hooked him up on the Scorpion. That felt good, but I didn't know it would feel so much better to do it to the Nature Boy. And yes, I think you were sweating more than you ever sweated before because you thought that this punk kid couldn't take the Nature Boy, the world champion 5 times, in a ring. How'd the Scorpion feel? I know about that figure 4, but that Scorpion, and you gotta admit it now because everybody saw it, was hooked on mighty tight. And it felt good to hold on even when JJ was trying to pull me up. He couldn't do it either. All I gotta say is, I'm just trying to show you how to party right. And I think I did a good job. Woo!
And we'll have more right after this time.
Oh, God.
It was the 80s. Hey, man. He
It's
felt it, and it seems natural coming out of him, right?
Yeah. It's like he's a guy on those Bud McKenzie commercials.
Just lost half the audience there.
No, they know. I can only imagine if Doc was here and I played that. He would have lost his mind. He would have been cursing and screaming and just saying how he hated him. Doc looks at Sting as the Hulk Hogan of the NWA, and he hates Hogan. He hates Hogan. So
that's what he was. That's what I look at him as.
I'm not saying he wasn't, but I don't hate him like Doc does.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be like Hogan was a Cadillac and he was the Buick. It's like a step down. It's got fucking leather seats and the wood grain all, but it's not a Cadillac.
And I just think, like I've said this 100 times, Sting was for the kids. It was that whole surfer thing and that time period, Ocean Pacific. You know what it was.
Damn.
You were a little older than us in '88, but would you agree?
Yeah, I liked it because it was fresh and stuff, and I thought I kind of drudged through 86 and 87, and I know, a lot of people think of that fondly, but, I'm way more into this 88 stuff than was the 86, 87. And he can talk. I understand all the jokes and stuff, but no, I was into it. I was probably 17, 18 right here and stuff. What the heck? A new challenge for Flair. We knew how it went and everything. But, didn't expect him to win, but it's the new, flavor of the month.
Yeah. All right. So we'll keep going. We got Ron Simmons. He is out there defeating David Isley. I don't have anything from it, so I assume we can keep going.
Too long. He should have just beat him in two seconds, man.
Yeah.
That or the Shane match. One of those should have been a squash. This
one should have.
Hey.
When he did that the first spine bust, you're like, okay,
right.
Wait, he's still okay? It's still going on.
They went for like 4 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Which, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is Ron Simmons.
Dusty's going to change it up because he's going to try to get ratings. He's going to try to push it the quicker squashes down the road, but it's not going to help the ratings. It's still Saturday night, still kind of very low.
Well, and it was just nobody watched for them. For the most part, we didn't watch for the matches back then, but we've talked about that. All right, let's go now to Larry Zbyszko and Baby Doll, who Baby Doll is still out there trying to blackmail Dusty. Here it is.
The Western States Heritage Champion, Larry Zbyszko, Baby Doll with her envelope. What's in there? Come on, tell us.
You don't need to know, David. This is strictly between Dusty Rhodes and myself. And by the way, Larry really doesn't know what's in it in the first place because it's all between Dusty and I. And Dusty, you know what's in it, don't you?
You know what? I've been watching all the candidates, all the politicians running for office now. It's the big thing. And as I'm watching them, if they get caught with the mistress, if they do something they shouldn't be doing, if they make just ridicule their own selves and throw their pride out the window, you know what happens? Even the politicians have the decency to walk up in front of the American people and resign. They drop out of the race. They hand over their title and they walk away with their tail between their legs because they done a bad thing. Okay? Now, Dusty, you got that same opportunity. Let's see if you have the same fortitude as these politicians we have lying to us day in and day out. We've got something on you that if you were a politician, you'd have to resign. Now, you're a professional wrestler, bull of the woods, etc. But where's your pride, brother? Where's your dignity? You stand up as a tall son of a plumber, but I don't think Daddy-O's going to be too proud when he gets a handle on what we got in the envelope. Now, we're not here to waste time. We made short work of Barry Windham, and we're not messing around with the second step on the stairway to heaven, Dusty Rhodes, and that's you. So quit walking around your room, kicking yourself in the butt, wondering how you got caught. All that matters is you did. You did get caught, Rhodes. Now it's time to face the consequences.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Your American Dream, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Dusty Rhodes, he'll be here. Also, Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert. Coming up next.
So Lance, Harper and I talked about this and Doc a couple weeks ago when they first started bringing this up. Your thoughts overall, not only in a promo, but that whole angle with the envelope that never gets shown the contents of what was.
Yeah, those damn envelopes. Yeah, this is all about the Gary Hart, the politician, and Donna Rice. That was all during '87.
I thought it was.
Yeah, and I think it's September of '87, and this is just February, so just a few months later, basically. They're copying the same thing. It's September of '87 is when Gary, resigned. Or suspended completely his election. He had already suspended it once during the middle of the year when shit started happening. Then they followed Donna Rice around and caught them and everything. So, he finally jumped out. But that's what they're copying.
It's not a bad thing to copy. If you're going to believe the fact that Dusty's like this good, wholesome American guy, hard-working man, and it's actually, if you think about it, it's a good little thing to try to copy because it's kind of true, It's even more true nowadays, man. People nowadays can't wait to bury somebody for some wrongdoing from their past. It's just the way of the world. But, it's not a bad thing to copy. But, Harper, what do you have?
Yeah, and then it makes you wonder what's in the envelope. What's in there? Because they got confidential on it, so it's got to be something.
It's got confidential.
It's got to be right. So it's got to be something bad.
You're a kid.
I can buy those confidential envelopes at Spencer's Gifts at the mall.
Oh, trust me, I use those every day for the shoot job. Confidential envelopes.
What's in the envelopes, Harper?
Don't worry about it. You gotta wait to find out next week.
Well, and see, that's what I was about to say, because if you really think about it, they keep dangling this envelope in front of the crowd and everybody. And the main thing you do as we were kids, it's like, oh, we got to wait till next week. We got to, are they going to show us what's in it next week? Because you really want to know. And it's just, how do you keep somebody in suspense? Just keep teasing.
Precious's those pictures Precious had, wasn't that it? Was it the pictures with Precious that they threatened a couple of years ago? I mean, as far as on timeline of NWA, wasn't it Garvin and Precious had something on Flair or something? Maybe mixed up. I was thinking they had something. And of course I know there was the other deal later on, pictures. I'm thinking of two different picture things.
They did the angle with Flair. Garvin and Precious did the angle with Flair, where Flair was going to win a date with her, and I don't think. I
thought there were some pictures at the time just mentioned, but I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Gotcha. So if you want to correct either one of us, send it to Lance's Twitter.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was very general in my thing. Hey, I only claim to be the world class guy.
Yeah, I'm messing with you. All right, we'll keep going.
Lucky I don't get on here. I got to listen to your Mid-South stuff more. I'll start correcting you there. No, I'm just kidding. I've listened to a couple.
No, Brian actually, he's got that stuff memorized better than me. So
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, that dude's a freaking savant when it comes to classic wrestling. He can tell you anything about any territory, like specifics. It's crazy. I mean, the amount of knowledge he's got in his head over that stuff. So yeah, if I'm wrong, I just go, okay, yeah, I'll move on. Because he'll remember it. And he'll look up all the house show results ahead of time and whatnot, and he'll have all the facts laid down. And man, some of that stuff, you got to remember too. The 82 Mid-South, the part we're at now in it. Man, I wasn't even 7 years. I was just 7 years old. So how much can I actually recall from that? You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
It's cloudy is the best way to describe it. I remember the big stuff, but there's things I go, I don't even remember this. So yeah. All right. Hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert is out there. He defeats George South, a longtime veteran George South. That is. Doc. I'm sorry, not Doc. Lance. God, I hated to insult you like that. My bad. Lance, anything from Hot Stuff right there defeating George South?
What do you think? Don't you think Eddie Gilbert should have been maybe WWF as far as a manager? I mean, I know he's small for them, but right now he looks so slick, and we know what my kind of wrestling mind he has. Seems like they should have plucked him out. I mean, if they're going to use Johnny Polo later, I just feel like Eddie should have been up there by now. He'd already done the territory stuff. He'd already done all that. So it was time for him to go up to New York, I kind of feel. I mean, I didn't feel that at the time. I'm a Southern wrestling guy, and, NWA was my group. But looking back now, I'm just surprised he didn't get up there and do something.
I actually think he was so much better suited for down south.
Yeah, I mean, I love him and stuff. I mean, he's just fantastic. I love the UWF stuff and everything. It's just, he's just so slick on the mic and stuff.
He's a great chicken shit heel.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he'd have done in WWF.
He might not look believable because he's so small.
Right.
But,
he's a little dude, but you're right. He's got that annoying freaking promo, and just he's like that little guy that's just like, God, man, you get on my nerves so bad. And just, yeah. But even
it's weird to see him cheer. He's cheered here. It's so weird, I
almost think sometime in the studio, when the name guys like Gilbert here, who even though he's a heel, it's like whenever they put him in there with an enhancement talent, they'll get cheers, even though they're not, because they're so much more of a star, I guess, than the enhancement guy. And George South was a great guy, but I mean, name recognition wise, nobody would have said, oh yeah, it's George South. Nowadays we do, because we look at him more fondly for what he did and contributed. But all right, anything else, Harper, from Gilbert there and George South?
Nah.
Let's go to Dusty Rhodes with his satin Adidas hat on.
Southern Preacher.
Jesus Lord, here we go.
Tell us how it is, man.
Let's hear Dusty talk. He's going to respond to Baby Doll and Larry Zbyszko.
That's right, he is the living legend, the American Dream's United States Heavyweight Champion, the People's Champion. Listen to him, Dusty.
So, David, I got a few things to talk about today on national TV throughout this country. Tomorrow evening at 2 o'clock, Charlotte, North Carolina, there's going to be dues to be paid. New York City, Nassau Coliseum, tomorrow night, dues going to be paid. Norfolk, Virginia, Magnum TA going to take care of J.J. Dillon. Dues to be paid. Now then, let's get to the nuts and the bolts. I have made peace with Ole Anderson. Years of destruction, years of pain, blues, and agony are between me and Ole Anderson. But when you walk in the Omni on the 28th, Ric Flair, Iron Anderson, Tully Blanchard, then for the first time, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Ole Anderson, and yes, I rode the other night with the sensational total package, Lex Luger. A bond has been made. Through years, we have seen talented men walk in and out of the Omni. We have seen all champions. Everybody on the face of wrestling earth has been in the Omni in Atlanta. Two men have survived through it all. And when the good Lord gave out guts, he gave Ole Anderson his and a lot of other people. You know what I'm talking about?
That church say amen, Dusty.
The war that the Horsemen started with Lex Luger started way before that. Because I laid in that same ring with a broken leg, broken ankle. And I watched them taunt me, spit on me, and drag me. And then in the Omni, this past Omni, Lex Luger laid in the ring in the same situation. And we dwelled on that. Now the dwelling's over. Now the talking's over. Now then, Lex Luger, Dusty Rhodes, and Ole Anderson now come to the Omni on the 28th. Don't miss it, baby. That's where the war is over. And now Kevin Sullivan chooses this time to come for the American Dream. Distinction, he says. Well, if distinction it is, the legend is still the Bull of the Woods. I am the United States Heavyweight Champion. So if you want Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Mike Rotundo, Steiner, or Sullivan, the Varsity Club, if you will, make it easy on yourself. Because I'm ready for you. And now, Baby Doll once again brings out a confidential envelope. Confidential, she said, because in it is my life, she said. If I don't do anything right, she gonna show the wrestling world another side of the American Dream.
Dusty, how does it feel to be right here? Because you know I want that United States Heavyweight Championship, and if you don't hand it over to us, you're going to have to face the consequences.
Oh, Lordy mercy, Lordy. Let me tell you something, Baby Doll. You might have forgot, Baby Doll, at one time I won you for 30 days, and I believe that was 30 nights, too. You know what I'm talking about, Mama? So you got an envelope full of dirt, trash. You bring it out, give it to him, because Larry Zbyszko, if you want the belt from me there, baby, then you're going to have to come take it, and don't send a woman out here to do a man's job.
He is the Bull of the Woods, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. We'll be back with more NWA.
Oh, he just called Baby Doll a Jezebel, which, if you remember, he called her that when he was with her. He was like, she might be a Jezebel, but she my Jezebel. Harper, what do you have from that?
What's that little lip thing he does right after he says that? I wonder what that was about.
I don't know.
It had to mean something.
I guess, yeah. Send it to Harper when you figure out what it means. He'll tell me.
Send it to Lance.
Send it to Lance.
I missed it. I'm going to go back and watch it as well.
Yeah,
I missed it.
It's like the 40 mark.
Okay.
Or something. It's like right after he says the whole 30 days thing.
So we're watching it. No, it was before that. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let me go back a little bit. Okay, hold on. Let me turn it up. Here we go.
Hand it over to us. You're going to have to face the consequences.
Lordy. Let me tell you something, baby doll. You might have forgot, baby doll, at one time I won you for 30 days, and I believe that was 30 nights, too. You know what I'm talking about, mama?
Right there.
I don't know how to...
So you got an envelope full of dirt, trash. You bring it out, give it to him, because Larry Zbyszko, if you want the belt from me there, baby, then you're going to have to come take it and don't send a woman out here to do a man's job.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Just
he did
start
with
his
his bottom
technique.
lip. I just think that might be his technique to, when he
eat at the
Y. When he's as my buddy used to say, it might be his technique when he's muff diving.
Nice.
My buddy used to call it that, muff diving.
Muff diving.
Yeah, that's what he called it.
It's his buddy.
My pot, yeah.
Mike's guy, always innocent. It's always somebody.
I tell you when I'm guilty, but a buddy of mine, yeah, he says muff diving. So maybe that's his technique, like Lance said. But it's some kind of like thing he kept doing at the bottom of his bottom lip.
Tongue gets tired.
I love how he said, "I had you for 30 days and 30 nights." He emphasized the nights. Good Lord. Okay, Dusty. What do you have from that, Lance?
Oh no, man! Keep on rolling. I think that set it off.
Lance don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Stay away from the controversy. Say it. Don't let the white meat baby face fool you. Lance is posting all kind of nasty shit on the Facebook group these days.
Yes.
He's staying clean.
I've just missed. I've had electricity out a few days. I didn't get to do anything fun on there, but man, somebody.
I see that
was somebody just posted a Snickers bar thing on there.
Jesus
Pretty
Christ,
funny.
man.
There's some bad people on there. I appreciate all of you.
That's nice.
We've been getting in trouble, man. There's been 2 notifications, or actually more than 2. What am I saying? About posts being reported, man, and I like going up against Facebook standards. So I had to turn on approval so that I could like filter things, and even then, man, there were a few things reported. So
someone's like reporting y'all? Like,
no,
saying,
I don't
find this vulgar.
I don't think that. Somebody told me that, but right, it is vulgar. But like, I don't really think that's what's happening. I don't think someone's reporting it. I think like people are sharing things from other places, and I think maybe because they shared it, they're like so like that whatever they shared was reported elsewhere, and Facebook found it. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it's people in the group reporting it, because that generally hadn't been a problem. And from what I've been hearing from people, that's happening a lot across Facebook, not just in our group, which I can't lie. The group is filthy. Some of y'all some dirty bastards. I ain't judging you. I mean, I'm just saying. No, I'm not complaining, but we got some dirty bastards in our group. It is what it is. But we're the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, so I'm not judging you. I think most of the stuff is funny. There's a few things that I'm like, that's kind of. I think for me, when you start making fun of like kids and you start making fun of people, certain people, like handicap, it gets a little.
When it gets mean.
I just think like I don't know, man. Like to me, like kids and making fun of people with handicaps is kind of like
for real.
That stuff's a little touchy. Not just a little touchy, but I wouldn't. Let me say this: that's not my cup of tea when I'm having fun.
Yeah, my dad used to always tell me, "You don't make fun of people like that because they can't control the situation they're in."
Yeah,
you don't make fun of people like that.
Now there was a couple of people posted the meme of the T-Rex and then the guy with the little arms. And like the dude captioned it, he was like, I came to visit my dad today or something. So like I can see in a situation like that where a guy with a handicap like that is making fun of himself. Because like some people are like that, but like I'm not for making fun of certain kids and handicaps. and I don't make fun of people with cancers and things like that, terminal illnesses. I'm not trying to be moral. I'm just certain things I'm just like, you got to kind of stay away from it. But we're the unprofessional group for a reason. So post
or where the
away,
guy
hopefully
squats
you don't
down
get
in front of the
reported.
toilet and takes a shit and it bounces up in the bowl. Man, that thing, every time I turned it on for like a week, that damn meme came up. I was like, can we get past this fucking shit?
There is some foulness in the group, I will say that. But I'm not judging anyone in there. I'm not judging anyone in the group. I appreciate your memes and your efforts. It's great. But I will say you really have to be careful with sharing memes these days because, man, Facebook is on the prowl to shut people down and groups down. And I'll leave it at that as we keep moving because we saw Larry Zbyszko defeat Trent Knight. And then after that, we have the Warlord, Ivan, and Paul Jones come out and cut a promo. I'm not going to play it. They are the new World Six-Man Champs. As you can see, if you're watching on Patreon, they got the belts out there. Nice-looking belts of six-man titles. We're better than that trophy.
Fucking
yeah, for real.
You go to 46-20 where Jones loses what the hell he's saying? Freaking nut.
Well, he does it all the time. That's
yeah,
Paul
that's
Jones.
what I do.
How can he be main eventer and then be this? It doesn't make any sense. And that's his home right there, Atlanta. Well, I mean, that's where he was the star.
If you talk to people that watched him as a wrestler, like we didn't have that. Like he was number one Paul Jones and he was freaking fantastic.
The man, yeah, it's just insane. It's just
I gotta
insane.
say, he does go like crazy on his promos and he'll like not really cut great ones. But that 1986 run that he had with Paul Jones's Army, I still think that was fabulous. So Chaska and all of the cast of characters, I thought that was great. So I don't dislike Paul Jones. I think with certain groups he's not that great. Or when he was managing Manny and Rude, he was good too. But I don't know, Harper. What do you think?
Yeah, that was his best time when he had Shasta and he had what's his name, Baron.
Yeah, Baron and Shaska and
yeah.
The Island of Misfit Toys is what I call it.
It was crazy seeing a fucking Nazi and a black guy,
Jesus,
and tagging up together.
Yeah, I forgot about him having Baron. Yeah,
yeah.
But that was good. With Manny and Rude, that was pretty wild. But I always thought Rude was on for bigger and better things and stuff when he was standing behind him, kind of listening to Jones, and I thought, man, he's just standing back there when he should be on the mic because Rude's pretty good at talking, obviously. I was going to say, they keep pushing how they put the Road Warriors out. The tag where they won the 6-man was on the Saturday night before this Monday filming, and Ellering sub for Animal, who's hurt and stuff. So that's who they beat for the title.
That's right, because Animal's still out with the injured eye socket. The orbital injury that he's got from the bench press competition when the bench fell. Harper, it's funny. Someone, I hate this because I can never remember who says it or sent it to me on Twitter or Facebook. But remember when we watched it and you made a comment how the weights fell and you were like, "Good God, man!" I don't know how much we emphasized how close that was to landing on Hawk.
Yeah.
Because he was right there, man. That would have been devastating. Holy shit. All that weight dropping?
Mm-hmm. He'd been fucked up.
Yeah, man. It was close when it dropped. But, all right, we'll keep going.
Is there nothing more shocking than when you hear Ivan talk for the first time in real life, like a shoot interview, and he talks with his real voice, and he's totally different? It's just a shock to the system.
See, it is. And Ivan, to me, is one of the underrated promos of Jim Crockett Promotions in like 85, 86. Before Magnum gets injured, he was phenomenal with his promos. Just really good stuff. Lance, anything else from the promo, though, before I keep going?
No, that's all.
The Powers of Pain and Ivan are in the ring right now, and they defeat the team of Mike Jackson, Steve Atkinson, and the Red Raider. I think the Red Raider last week got some serious chin nuts from Ron Garvin, if I remember correctly.
They got the three thinnest guys in the studio to go against the biggest guys. Man.
Yep. Mike Jackson, if you haven't heard, he is still out on the indies. He is in great shape and still working and looking phenomenal. I think but he is looking real good these days. But anyway, I don't have anything from this. Obviously, the Powers of Pain and Ivan Koloff, they retained their titles. Lance, you got anything from it?
Oh, that's it.
All right. So let me, Harper, you got anything from it while I go to the next promo?
No.
All right. So we're going to go to the next promo. We got J.J. Dillon out there with Ric Flair. Let's hear what they got to say.
All right, the franchise, the leader of the Horsemen, Ric Flair, J.J. Dillon, come out in all their glory.
Please put a camera on what's really causing all this. You're tired of seeing bare bodies, wrestling boots, and sweat? Then take a look at the real side. Custom made. And as Mr. Crockett said himself, the franchise. Take it away, JJ.
You know, I just was admiring the Chi-Town Heat Starcade, which brings back some great memories of when you captured the world's heavyweight title for an unprecedented 5th occasion. And I know we've got this Sting walking around here now, and he's perfected this scorpion deathlock. And apparently, I'm going to be the first to admit we've been in the gym trying to design some type of a defense for it or escape for it. And, okay, he's come up with a pretty unique hold that up to this point, we have not been able to devise a defense for or devise an escape for. But just like Starcade 87, when the world said that the Nature Boy had his back against the wall, he was done, his career was over for an unprecedented 5th time once again, World Heavyweight Champion. Sting will have your number before it's over.
Before I say another word, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Come here, David Crockett. Put the camera on the man that the women of this world love to hate because there's not enough of them to go around. Now you're telling me that I should actually be intimidated by a punk kid that took a cheap shot at me? Put that camera, film the picture with me walking over to the referee to lend a hand. Sting hit me from behind and putting his hold on illegally. Now Sting, God bless you, my friend. Wake up to the real things in life. There's Ric Flair. There's the Los Angeles Lakers. There's Sting, Dusty Rhodes, Lex Luger, Barry Windham, Ole Anderson, and the Boston Celtics. You know what I'm telling you? There's only room in the world of sports to be number one. And speaking of Dusty Rhodes, you, my friend, in the Omni last Sunday night on Valentine's Day stuck your nose in a very, very touchy predicament. The dirtiest player in the game, the man that has written the rule book on how to play the game, win, lose, or draw, was this far from taking the total package out of the picture altogether. This far, I was in the cage with the door locked. It was blood, it was sweat, it was intensity, and it was 17,000 people in the Omni tuned in. Dusty Rhodes, you stick your nose in one more time. So, pal, this time in the Omni, it's the Horsemen, all 4 of us, against Ole Anderson, Luger, and Dusty Rhodes. Let me tell you something, Big Dust. On the way down the aisle that night, here in Atlanta, Georgia, on the way down the aisle that night, please tell Luger what it was like laying in that hospital. Tell Luger what it's like, because you have no idea, to have that surgeon at 3 o'clock in the morning take that needle and put it through your head as he pulls the stitches, while a nurse takes that syringe of Novocaine and deadens the scars. You see this? You see this? This is blood. I paid the price. I know what it's like. And in the Omni, you better smarten up, Luger. It'll be your turn to bleed. You understand? Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the ring for the World Tag Team Champions. I want to get out of here.
Okay, Lance, what do you have from Ric Flair right there making himself bleed?
It's insane. I mean, it's perfect timing. He's got all the scar tissue and, the blood. He's barely holding back the blood when he comes out, probably with that hat. He might have, I don't know, Vaseline or something. He's barely got it. But, man, that is over the top, even for then. I mean, to do that. I've seen him come out. He's always trying to look, all high profile with his glasses and all that styling. But, man, to do that with the forehead, that was pretty wild for 1988 to do that right at the desk. In a match, that's different. But right there, God, freaking grief. And also, he's not selling that knee. From the clip, he should have been, selling it a little. That he's, having a little trouble from the Scorpion.
Yeah, good point about the knee and not selling it. Harper, you got anything from Flair there bleeding?
That was badass, huh?
There's like I think, and I don't remember the story. I think TBS got in trouble for that.
Did they? No.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
Dustin got in trouble later, but not.
Right.
At this time, I don't know about that. But that is, whenever that clash was with, it was Dustin and Big Bully in the back of that 18-wheeler. Mike Graham was the agent, and they fired. Is that when Dusty got fired and Mike Graham? They fired several of them, but
I remember they fired Dustin for that. That was the pay-per-view, like in the night. Yeah, I remember that.
Man, that was so fucking bad.
They were fighting in that trailer. Oh my Lord! Imagine we keep going, Harper, and we get to that pay-per-view and got to review it.
Oh God, I remember watching that. I guess it was when I first got the network. I was going through some stuff. I was like, what's this? Oh, yeah, I'll watch this. And I was like, the fuck is this? They're fighting on a fucking truck like it's the A-Team or something.
WCW, man. They hang monkeys. Monkeys commit suicide. Bears piss on entrance ramps. And they fight in the back of a trailer with hay.
And don't forget RoboCop.
Whoa. What was the one where Abdullah got executed or electrocuted too?
Halloween. Yeah.
You gotta go watch that. If you're listening and you don't know what I'm talking about. I can't remember the year it was, but he starts acting like he's getting electrocuted and the switch doesn't even flip right or something, or it's broken. It's a cluster. It's a cluster muck, as Steve Austin would always say on his clean show. But yeah, man. Now I think there was some blowback because of Flair bleeding right there. I may be getting the story messed up, but I think so. I might be wrong. Somebody out there.
It was 95 when that whole Blacktop Bully thing was.
God, it was 95. I didn't realize it was that far away from this.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty freaking wild. Because he goes WWF and comes back and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. We got Arn and Tully. They defeat Tony Suber and Larry Stevens. Nothing much from that. Harper, did you have anything from it?
No. Look at that.
Yeah, they're out there manhandling these guys. I mean, there's nothing to it. Lance, anything from you on it?
They do push that Magnum's, going to be around, coming back to help, be there. He's going to be the equalizing force. Is Magnum and stuff. So, $5 tickets for the upper deck, bringing Magnum back, they're trying.
Do what you got to do. Try to get the people in the building. All right, let's keep going. We got Ron Simmons out here cutting a promo, and I'm playing it for one reason and one reason alone, and you'll know why in a second. Here it is.
American, a man when he's in that wrestling ring is very intense. I watched you in there. You enjoy that ring. You enjoy inflicting that punishment on a wrestler.
Well, it's not necessarily that I enjoy doing it. That's what I took upon myself to get involved in, and that's what I've always done, is do the best that I can possibly be at anything I do. And since I've been involved in this sport, I've come a long way. I've won some matches and I've lost some, but I've had some good guidance along the way with such people like Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham, made a lot of good friends, such as Sting, and I'm very proud of you, brother, for setting your sights high and going after what you believe in, and that's the world title. And I believe in my heart that you can take that title from Ric Flair. But on the other hand, taking nothing away from you, Ric Flair, you're probably the best champion that this sport has ever known. But if you should by chance luck up and retain that title, I toss my head into the ring. I want a chance at it also.
Let me explain something to you, boy. Ric Flair don't luck up and retain nothing. Let me convey something to you what you are and what Sting is are a couple of pumped up underachievers. You don't classify yourself with myself, Tully Blanchard, Dillon, or the world champion. Do you understand? You don't come on national television and mention us unless it's in a nice light. Do you understand, boy?
Now let's get something straight before this goes any further. I'm not your boy or anybody else's. And for that matter, you don't come out here interfering on my airtime and my interview. Now this is another thing for you to bear in mind. The next time you come walking out here, my airtime and my interview, you pack a shotgun because you're going to just wind up using it, brother.
Hey, Iron, he told you. Fans, we got more action right after this.
Fuck you, David.
Is off the chain. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me stop this part one of our Patreon video, and then I'm going to restart it in a second. Give me a second, guys. All right. Okay, we're back with it'll be seamless if you just listen to the audio, but on Patreon this is part 2 of the video. Holy crap. Do I need to replay Crockett right there at the end? Like
please,
laughing?
Please.
Like what
Hit
the
insanity,
fuck, dude? Let's see, here it is.
My airtime and my interview,
look at him.
Like a shotgun because you're going to just wind up using it, brother.
Hey, Iron, he told you. Fans, we got more action right after this. I like that one.
Should have slapped his ass. Fuck. He's like the little dog. He's like the little dog hangs out with the big dog. What are we gonna do, Spike? Yeah, Spike. You know, he's all happy because I like his enthusiasm usually, but that pissed me off. That's just not right to show up the. It could have stood alone without that.
He did that to Cornette kind of like a week or two ago when he's laughing at Cornette when Cornette was like being serious. It makes me wonder, I wonder if Cornette or any of the heels were ever dude, why are you laughing? We're out there being serious. Why do you think this is funny? They probably didn't tell him anything because, right. He's a Crockett, but they had to think it. I mean,
you need to write that down
because
you'll talk to Cornette. You'll talk to Cornette within the next year. You should write that question down because that's pretty weird. How much, I mean, what were they going to do? He was, part of the ownership family. I don't know if he was black sheep or what, but he's, he's there on camera and stuff.
Send it into the drive-through somebody and because I don't know the next time I'll talk to Cornette, but send it into the drive-through.
Make it soon. Why not?
Yeah, call right now.
Fuck.
Corny drive-through at gmail.com or something like that. I'd have to look it up.
Patrons deserve it all.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I have him on speed dial. Jesus Lord.
Call up Brian Last. What's he doing?
Well, I can ask him when I talk to him this week, but he might not know. But seriously, man, if you submit it, it'll get asked on the drive-through. Trust me on that one. But anyway, I just find it funny because he's always laughing, and right there, man, he's laughing at Arn. He's like, Arn, well, what you gonna do now, Arn?
And then at the end he's like, and he fucking looks at Arn, like, I like that one.
Right. Good God. All right, Harper, anything else from that?
It was good. He's nobody's boy.
You know what's funny? The thing is, Ron Simmons is a good enough promo right there, and he looks like enough of a badass that when he, normally when the Horsemen come out and call somebody out like that, you don't believe the face could battle him, but you look at Ron and you're like, man, they better leave that alone.
It's almost like Arn should have came out with fucking Tully.
Yeah. Why are you trying to pick on this dude?
Right.
Look at him. He's a badass, man. He's jacked, powerful. I agree with you. Was that you, Harper, that said a couple weeks ago, or was it somebody in Facebook or Twitter who told me, can you imagine Ron Simmons as a Horseman back then?
That wasn't me, but that would have been perfect. Man, that would have really shaken things up, huh?
That's pretty cool.
Can you imagine? Talk about having some muscle in the Horsemen. Holy crap. It would have been impressive. It really would have. Okay. Lance, you got anything else from Simmons?
I just want to say, it got me interested because I'll be following along, on y'all's shows because I want to watch him as he finds his voice because he's still a little soft-spoken here, and we know, he's going to find his voice more and more by the time he gets the title and things like that. So that's what I'm going to watch for. I do remember him being a little bigger. I think he's going to put on some more meat in the next year or a couple of years. I just remember him being so much bigger at this point. But I'm going to be watching a lot.
Tell you what, man.
Because I like him. I've always liked him. I liked him in beating Vader and everything. From day one, I liked him.
Yeah, Ron was a big dude, man, and he from the start, it looked like he meant business. Next up, we got Barry Windham and Lex Luger. They defeat Barry Colley and Cougar J, so they're out there tagging together. I don't have anything from it. Lance, you?
During that, JR says, I can't believe Dusty and Ole, kind of coexisting. And that's exactly what I wanted to say is in Dusty's 30-year career or whatever, I mean, Ole's probably in the top 5 of his rivals, maybe number 5, but it's just amazing that, they're together. They have such a history of, Ole fucking over Dusty and stuff in the cage, and then Dusty, getting his partners to come after Ole and stuff, and now they're tagging. So, a little wrestling nerd like me is like, oh man, how can they tag?
Well, just hold on. Just hold on. Keep on. How can they tag? Let's see how that happens.
Look.
After that, we get the Spam Slam of the week, and it is Doc's favorite wrestler, the Stinger, with the Spam Slam of the week. So there you go. The Spam Slam goes to the Stinger.
Speaking of spam, I just saw someone put on the Facebook page they're making making a vegan spam.
I saw that. Chris Meyer, BTT Hall of Fame member. That I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dude, what the fuck you think that? First of all, what's in it? I guess it's just tofu. And imagine, God, that's gotta taste like shit. Because just think of like spam, what it's supposed to taste like. It's supposed to be, and this is the fake one. Like this ain't even meat because because spam is the lowest quality of meat that could be consumed by fucking people, right? I mean, let's be honest. Nothing lower is fucking dog food. And so, what the fuck is in it that's fucking lower than that to where it's? I don't fuck that, dude. What the fuck is in vegan spam? That's gotta be disgusting.
I don't eat regular spam, so I sure ain't eating vegan spam.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess it's for people. Okay, I'm ignorant here. I guess vegan spam is, and I think Chris is a vegan. That's probably why he posted it. But Chris can answer this. I guess vegan spam is for vegans who actually like the taste
white
of
trash.
spam. No, that ain't it.
Bruh, vegans are they're not eating spam of any kind of spam. I mean, if you're a vegan, you're not in a trailer park with the Dale Earnhardt fucking a dinner plate collection on the fucking wall, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again, Harper.
What?
Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, the fucking you know what I'm talking about. They used to have those fucking the fucking NASCAR Legends collection plates and shit like that. Darryl Waltrip and what's the Richard Petty and shit.
I know exactly what you mean. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a spam eater, so I can't answer that question. But if anybody out there is vegan and likes the taste of spam from years ago and is interested in vegan spam, I'm curious.
Just put it into your browser. I'm looking at it right now, and what all these recipes with vegan spam. I don't even want to.
See?
It's for vegetarians who missed it said that for vegetarians who missed the flavor of spam.
That's what I said. Isn't that what I said?
That's exactly right. That's what he said right there.
Hey, look, Harper, you got to figure Spam is like a big company, right? The people who make Spam, so they got a huge market share already. So why not? They have the money, they have the funds. So let's make some money off of the vegan people who want Spam.
Yes. I know Andrew Mayu, he's a big fucking vegan, and I messaged him. I'm curious to see if he's going to buy it.
Let us know if he responds before the end of this episode.
Yeah.
I'm generally curious. All right. So Barry Windham and Lex cut a promo, and Harper, I don't know if you paid attention, but Lex started sweating more again during the promo. Yeah. It's becoming a habit.
You know what I think it might be is that I think it might be nerves.
It's got to be.
Because before he had JJ and, he was a horseman. It was a group effort. And he's out there by himself. So I think it might be nerves.
It's got to be. Last week
I really think that's
tremendous.
A hell of a point. Yeah, I really think you're right. I mean, he's out there on his own. Yeah.
That's probably it. Because when we did the February 13th episode, I mean, we're recording this now. It technically hasn't aired yet as the time of us recording this. But he started off almost bone dry, and by the end, it was like somebody turned on a faucet or a fire hose and just started spraying him with it, and he was soaked. So it's probably nerves.
Apologies to Doc, but I'm going to bring up Sting. Neither Sting or Lex grew up wrestling fans at all, but Sting is out there having a good time and looks so relaxed. And here, Lex has been in great matches and all that. That's not a problem. But man, those interviews, he looks like he's nervous about giving them.
Yeah, his babyface interviews. I don't know. They usually don't do it for me.
Yeah.
But. All right, so we keep going. If you're on Patreon at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT and watching the video version of this, there is a segment right now playing that Jim Ross throws it to a video package on Paul Bosch, and it's an interview with Paul Bosch. Bosch has been named to the NWA Board of Directors. I don't really have anything else from it, but the old Houston promoter, Paul Bosch that is, added name to the NWA Board of Directors. I don't have anything from it. Lance, did you?
No, and I don't know how much that means at this time, or what that means to anybody. Yeah. I mean, it means a lot to me. I mean, man, and I just want to throw in, if you go to YouTube and watch some of these Houston tapes, wow, it's pretty good. I mean, that NWA On Demand, I wish that all that stuff would move to WWF Network or E Network, whatever, because they've got some really good stuff. From times that you don't get. I mean, other territories at that time, you don't see the tapes. They re-recorded over them compared to this, that they have all that Houston. And it's so many different territories coming in, different guys from everywhere on those Houston tapes. I really hope that moves over.
I almost don't want them to own it, though.
Yeah, they're going to fuck it up, man.
At least we get the matches. That's all I can say. I mean, I can never convince anybody of how great world-class the music was, what a big part of it was, because, nobody's ever going to see it and stuff. But that music was so big. But yeah, I mean, at least we get the matches and stuff. I can't complain.
There's a downside to them owning it, because I'm telling you, when they finally load Smoky Mountain up there, there's gonna be so much stuff that's not gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Like I guarantee you, they're gonna censor Robert Fuller saying he ain't gonna do the Von Erich thing. They ain't gonna play that, Harper. They gonna cut that out. I mean, I just feel like there's so much stuff they're not gonna put on there.
Just the entrance music alone.
Right, the entrance music. They gotta clip all that. Sullivan freaking slicing open Kanemaru's arm. Well, right. Kanemaru bladed himself ahead, but I don't know. I just wonder, like, once they load all that stuff, like, what it's going to look like on a network, because I just feel like it's going to be so much different. But
you can be like the hardcore Von Erich fans who I argue with. I'm like, that's why I always put on Twitter, and you'll see it about once every 6 months. I'm like, how can I complain about the network? And they're like, oh, blah blah blah, and they say, oh, it's. I say, well, they don't want to edit the music off. Why would they want to go to all that trouble? And they say that they want to do that because they don't want it to look better than WWF or WWE. Why do I keep saying that? But anyways, that's the hardcore mentality of those people. Is like they want to make it look worse.
Lance, you better stop trolling them old Von Erich fans, man. They gonna get you.
They're not listening to this bullshit. They're not listening to our little fraternity party here. They are not doing it. They're 100 years old, and they ain't and stuff. I'm nice to them on Twitter and respectable.
I
but,
know.
You know, yeah, I'm way too respectable. That's why I enjoy the Facebook page with y'all.
Yeah, because they're not in there.
It's where I get to be my dirty self, you know. I mean, shit, they don't even, you know, pictures of Missy and Sunshine in the mud match from Texas Stadium. Man, I don't get any favorites on that shit at all. They've never been happy about that.
That's their problem, not ours. Let's keep going. We got a couple of more promos and matches, and then we'll get out of here and we'll rate this thing. Hey, I want to remind everyone, though, make sure you are using our Amazon referral link. It's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. It is a great way to support this show on an ongoing basis without spending anything extra. Again, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Give that link to the wives, girlfriends, hoes, and side pieces in your life and tell them to use it each and every time they shop on Amazon. I mean, even if it's gift cards, whatever, go to Amazon. If you're not a Prime member and you want to become a Prime member, you can use that link and we get support when you choose Prime. So there you go. It's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. We'll keep going. Couple more promos. Right now, we got JJ, Arn, and Tully coming out here. Let's hear what they got to say.
JJ, it looks like that, you know, if Barry and Lex Luger don't get your man in the Omni on the 28th, Dusty Rhodes, The Rock Ole Anderson, right, and Lex Luger gets it.
You know, I've been sitting back and I've been listening to some of the great news where Dusty Rhodes talked about the feelings that he has walking down the aisle the first time ever in his life, side by side with The Rock Ole Anderson. I hear the inspirational words of Lex Luger standing out here, always glancing at one side for Barry Windham, always looking to the other side for a Sting or someone to stand there and support him. But I'd like to give all three of you that are going to be in the Omni next Sunday night just a little food for thought and come in here, because what I have to say is for you. It wasn't 6 months ago, Lex Luger, that we sat in the snuggery in Chicago on Division Street, and up on the big screen we listened from our private video and we witnessed a scene in a parking lot in Charlotte, North Carolina, when the Horsemen hogtied the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, because that's the only kind of justice that he understands. We hogtied him to make an example of him. And when we took and cracked his hand, Lex Luger, it was you that laughed louder than anyone else. And are you going to tell me that inside you were feeling some other emotion? And I was there at the scene. I was there when it happened. And it was you, Ole Anderson, that welded the bat that cracked the knuckles in the hand of the so-called legend Dusty Rhodes. And I witnessed personally the gleam in your eye. And you're going to tell me in the dressing room, in the Omni next Sunday, when you sit there all in a circle, looking at each other, lacing your boots up, boy, if I was a betting man, I bet you could hear a pin drop in the place.
You know, JJ, that was put so eloquently. But you know, you think about the last time in the Omni, they're going to get Tully and Arn and put them in a cage, and we're going to take their face, and we're going to grind it up, and we're going to beat them up, and we're going to end their careers. But oh no, it was Lex Luger that was carried out. It was Ole Anderson that got the Gordon Buster and was left laying. And it was the Horseman that walked down the aisle, not carried down the aisle or run down the aisle with your tail between your legs. Now, gentlemen, if you think Dusty Rhodes is going to make that much difference, our names are already on the contracts, and we'll be there an extra hour early just to get loose.
They tell me Magnum TA is going to be there, and I've got one little message for him. Magnum, don't mess with me. Not in the mood that I'm in.
David Crockett, the 15,000 people that filled up that Omni last time came from 200 or 300 miles around to think they were going to get satisfied. They sat there and they chewed their nails into the quick, thinking they were finally, because Ole said so, because Luger said so, that they were going to take our head and shove it through that cage just like mush. But we threw them a curveball. Because when it was all said and done, Dusty Rhodes,
as you looked in that hallway and you saw the horrification going down, a flashback, a video of time went through your mind because you, at one time, Rose, were in that precarious position. Now, Ole, I'm sure you limped home. Luger, they carried you home. And when the people of that Omni went to their cars scratching their heads, they wondered one thing. Could any combination possibly manifest herself to finally shut up the Horsemen? So they went and they got the big daddy of them all, Dusty Rhodes. Nobody knows more about the Horsemen than you. Ole Anderson, they said you're long on guts. You are long on guts. And Luger, you're the rising star. But as you stand out here and you tell Ric Flair and you tell us that we didn't get the job done, just keep in mind that you got a big rock and you want to chip that rock down to size. You start picking at the bottom and you work your way up, and pretty soon what you have is just a pile of stones. What I'm trying to say to you, figuratively, is we're in this thing for the money and the people are in it for the gore. If you're there to satisfy them, just forget about it, because we're your opponents, and my friend, we're the baddest of them all.
They say the Horsemen rule wrestling on the 28th and now.
I had to play the whole thing to get to Arn at the end saying, we're in this thing for the money and the people are there for the gore. If you're there to satisfy them, you're just wrong. Basically, Arn saying, we're bad. We're there for the money. You can try to satisfy them with the gore, but we're here to win money. So I don't know. That was the meat of it all. He didn't get to it until like the last 20 seconds of it. Harper, did you have anything from it?
Yeah, that was great, huh? I don't know who was better, JJ or fucking or Arn Anderson.
I got to give it to Arn. I love the Arn right there. Lance, what did you have from it?
I don't know. Who's older, Ole or JJ?
Probably Ole, huh?
Doc has done this a million times, and I can't remember.
Who do you think, Mike?
I ain't taking a guess.
Take a guess. It's 50-50. Ole or
JJ?
JJ is older. June versus September of 42. And then Dusty's 45. So, yeah. There you go.
Okay. I was like, I thought I was right, but I was like, All right. Let's keep going. We got Ricky Santana. He defeats Keith Steinborn. And then we have the Jive Tones, who defeat Alan Martin and Bob Riddle. Either one of you have anything from that, Lance?
No.
All right. Harper, you? Not really? All right. I got to play the Jive Tones, y'all.
Yeah. Let's see.
The closing promo is the Jive Tones. And it's just, I'm trying to get to it. Give me 1 second.
Who's that in the corner? Which one was that in the corner? that job.
Oh, I don't know. It was. I think it may have been Riddle. I'm not sure. I didn't see.
Oh yeah, Riddle.
But let's listen to Shaska. He's out here right now. Hear what he's got to say.
I'm David Crockett. We ain't got no top hats on today. You know why? We don't want them out there. You know why? Because I'm here to tell you, everybody knows about the great Crockett Cup coming up. And let me tell you another thing. Everybody knows about all the great wrestling teams that want to be there. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you what. You looking at two bad ones right here that's going to be there. I'm getting ready. You talking about the Jive Tones. I know you ain't saying much about us, but I want you to know that we intend on being there. That's the road. You get you a partner, because everybody in the NWA is hunting you, knocking out a legend, the son of a plumber. And let me tell you another thing. Road Warrior Animal, a man stronger than Superman, laid up in the hospital because he found out Paul Jones had monsters that would bite the head off a river rat and spit out the eyeballs without a blink. Well, let me tell you something else. You got some people like me and this man right here, Tiger Conway, that can take care of business also. And I do mean take care of business. Ron Simmons, get you a partner. I believe you got a little gal in you. Hey, let me tell you something. I already told you, the tag team, we can't tell you where the cup gonna be, but we coming. Bye-bye.
Okay, I had to play it because of Shaska calling Ron Simmons like, you got a little gal in you.
That's nice.
Right.
What you trying to say?
You be the judge of that, Harper.
He's got a little gal in him.
Wow.
Like he's gay?
I guess. It just
That's nice.
That's classy, right? Hit it with him, Harper.
That's real classy.
Yeah, man.
I expected more from a Tennessee Chattanooga graduate.
Okay. Lance, you got anything from the Jive Tones?
No, keep going.
All right. Well, that is actually the last promo.
Yeah.
They go off air at that point. So we are going to hand out some Rolexes and some grades right now. Before we do so, I've said it a couple times, but become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Get access to the world-class shows that Lance and I do. Get access to the Crockett pay-per-views in 1988, along with a host of other shows that are up on the $5 tier as well. Either tiers you choose, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever floats your boat, whatever you can afford. It's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. So thank you very much. All right. I am going to give my Rolex. I want to go first. I'm going to give it to Ron Simmons because he told Arn Anderson, hit the road, Jack. Don't come out here playing around with me. And David Crockett is laughing, didn't make it good, but I'm giving mine to Ron. Lance, who are you going to give your Rolex to?
Flair with that blood. That was pretty wild.
Yeah. Harper, who are you giving your Rolex to?
This is hard. I'm going to give it to Arn Anderson.
For that line?
Yeah.
That was a good line.
Mm-hmm.
It really was.
Because he came out twice.
Yeah. Yep. With Ron and then the other time. And Dusty was good too.
Yeah. All right. Dusty. JJ was good. You saw fucking Rick bust his head open. Yeah. Dusty with his add your 30 days and 30 nights too line.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff to go around here. With that said, I'm going to rate it. I'll go first. I'm going to give it an A. I thought it was overall a good episode. A nice little promo sprinkled throughout it. Harper, what do you have?
I'm going to give it an A as well. I just think there's no Cornette.
Very true. I didn't even think about it, but Corny is not even out there with the midnight ripping it up. So, great point. Great point. Lance, who are you giving yours? What kind of rating you giving it?
I'll give it an A. I'll go with it. No Road Warriors. I always like them on there. But I did like the whole thing they showing of Sting and Flair. I thought that was pretty cool because you don't always get such good clips on this show. And Flair was great. I'm trying to think of anything else. I enjoyed the freshness of the Varsity Club. That's what I like. They really do it for me at the beginning of the show, and they're sure not overexposed. So I was really into that.
I agree. Varsity Club, we've been enjoying them a lot. So, well, there you have it. Lots of good grades, some good promos, and Rolexes going out to a couple of different people, and we had a lot of fun as usual as we covered February the 20th, 1988 of NWA Saturday Night on TBS. Let me take care of some business before we get out of here. First off, I want to say go check out the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing with ROH's Brian Malonis and Mike Crockett as they do their thing every single Monday. They talk classic stuff, current stuff, and actually, as of this airing, I think by the time this airs, I would have been a guest on their show. So go check it out. I'm not sure of the topic because we haven't recorded it yet, but go check it out. Again, it's a wrestling podcast about nothing. It drops usually every single Monday. Again, they do classic and current stuff, so go check them out and enjoy them. And then check out Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn as they give their take on the northern side of pro wrestling's history, the WWF. Slightly classier, a little bit more professional than us, but still fun nonetheless. So they support us, so please support them. That's Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast, and the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing. Harper, actually this will air a couple of days before Wildcat X-Rated, so I probably should mention it. June 22nd at the Shamrock Bar, New Orleans, Louisiana. Wildcat X-Rated, Colt Cabana, Tracy Smothers, Shane Douglas, Stevie Richards, all going to be there. It is X-rated. No kids allowed. It is X-rated, 21 and over. But a lot of fun. Harper says he's going to ether someone. Actually, he's not going to ether anyone. But please go check out the show. So
how late does that place stay open?
Until you leave.
Yeah. I was thinking if I made the trip, I'll just sleep there.
You probably could. Lance, if my wife wasn't going with me, I would tell you to just hop in the car with me. But if I do that, she'll say, we never get away down there.
I'll go to the next one. I gave this a lot of consideration, but right now, no. But, I thought, man, I'm going to wear a mask in there and
that'd be awesome.
do a run-in.
Yeah, people think you're Doc.
Yeah, I was going to wear a mask and be drinking a Maker's Mark, so you knew it was me.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Harper, what do you call the little patch of hair between an old lady's tits?
What's that?
Her snatch.
That's nice. That's not. Come on. You get it, Mike?
No. What?
You don't get it?
Just rewind.
I mean, I get it, but it's like, it's not funny.
Because your tits hang so low.
Well, listen to what I just said. I said it's not funny as I'm laughing.
What do you call a white girl without boobs? Justin Bieber. That's wrong.
Wow. Oh, keep going, Lance, since you're having so much fun.
Why is a push-up bra like a bag of chips?
How?
You open it and it's half empty.
That's true, huh? It's all air.
What do you call a woman with only one boob?
What?
1 in a million.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Man, that's one of those jokes you said when you were like in the 7th grade at PE class.
Remember those Truly Tasteless joke books? They got they had a whole series of them. Oh man. Every time we had to, order for them at school to order books, that's what I was going to get.
Keep going, Lance. You're having fun.
I'll give you a couple more.
Jesus Christ.
What's America's favorite pastime? Tits, clits, and bass hits. Oh, okay.
Clits, tits, and bass hits. I'm going to put that on Facebook. Friday night, bitches. Clits, tits, and bass hits.
That's nice. All right.
I was once slapped in the face by a girl with 12 nipples. Sounds weird, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, that's stupid. That's okay. Forget it. Forget it. Let's
We're going to get out of here. All right, so check out Wildcat X-Rated if you're in the New Orleans area, Gulf Coast area. June 22nd, 7 p.m., Shamrock Bar. Got to be over 21 to get in. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, I'd get them. And if you're listening to this after, we're sorry that you missed it. Lance, you got any parting thoughts besides your jokes?
No, I'll see all the filthy people on Twitter late nights, Fridays and Saturdays. I meant Facebook. I can't be dirty on Twitter. I have to be really straight-laced, but you people bring me down. Definitely.
Follow us all on Twitter. Lance is at SMU Heavyweight. Harper's at CJH Whodat. I'm at Mike 504 Saints and at BTT_podcast. And then go join the Facebook group. I forget the exact link, but just search Booking the Territory Podcast, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast. And Harper, hit the tagline and get us out of here, pal.
Book it, bitch.
Hey, before we get out of here, I want to say a special shout out to all of the patrons out there. Thank you for your patronage. We appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who's bumped up to the $5 tier recently to get not only the Jim Crockett Promotions pay-per-views that we've posted. So far, we've only gotten to the Bunkhouse Stampede, but also the extra shows or the request shows that we get for our $7 tier and above. You actually, you get them on the $5 tier as well. So we dropped a bunch of stuff, whether it's AWA, ECW. We got the new ECW show with Mike Prue and JV. So hopefully you're enjoying that as they do their watch-alongs to ECW. Thank you, Mark, for the Continental recommendation recently that we've done. Jesse, we did your AWA show. So all of those are available on the $5 tier. So thank you very much. And then a special shout out before I get out of here to the Hall of Fame patrons out there. Bunch of new ones recently, so thank you. Robbie Dyson, Rick Beebe, Brad Dunifin, Tom Schlegel, Coach Joey Chase, a.k.a. Willie Chase, Steve Mall, LaRon Brown, Kenny Byersdorf, Glenn Abbott, at GA WrestleNut, Bobby Murray, Marlon Mueller, at Half Pints Point, Josh Warren, Everett Starr, Mike Childry, Kyle Riley, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie. You three guys are our super duper Hall of Famers and our big time Patreon supporters, so thank you very much. Craig Norman, Johnny on Patreon, the great John Dean, at YRC21, Josh Dunn, at Ryan in Auburn, good old Justin, Robert Smith, Joseph Ice, Tim Morecci, Adam Price, Brian Evans, Mark Wilson, Armando Martinez, David Jordan, Jesse Jacobs, Josh Fields, Chris Myers, Gerald Green, Mitchell Johnson, Mike Prue, Will Parker, Jeremy Bryant, Classy Alex, Slider 91 US, David DeVries, Frog Zeppelin, SV Pageant, Bill Salsa, Big Rich, at Spy Boy Sports Cap, R.E. Miller 39, Dustin Roberts, Jay Shiny, Ruben Espinoza, Merciless Jones, Jesse Lucas, Chris Browning, Justin _Andretti, Codeman822, Marty Howell, T-Hog94, and Godbull Unreal. Thank you for being Hall of Fame patrons. Really appreciate your support. And like I said, check out the new show that's dropping every 2 weeks, which is with Mike Prue and JV. They've joined the BTT community, and they're doing a show on ECW, and they're doing a watch-along format, and they're trying to play some audio in the background, so hopefully you're enjoying it. Send the feedback to them as well. They give their, Twitter and everything, and also the Twitter is on the post that I have on Patreon. So hopefully you're enjoying it. It's a good little show, and they are enjoying going through the bad parts of ECW in that very beginning. So check them out, and then you can also check out their episodes called the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast that both of them are doing, where they are covering the WWE career of Stone Cold Steve Austin month by month on a weekly basis. So make sure you check them out there. Send them their feedback. If you want to send them feedback on the, whether it's the Bottom Line Cast or the ECW show, just send it to @BottomLineCast on Twitter. They're also on Twitter at ECW Extreme Livecast. I can't remember the exact at this moment, but check it out, and hopefully you guys are enjoying all of that Patreon content. We really did have a great month in May. May was a fantastic month. I want to say there was, off the top of my head, 11 or 12 Patreon episodes. So thank you very much. And that doesn't include the video reviews. That's just the audio stuff that we dropped. It was a lot more with the video stuff. Now, I know the video stuff is duplicates of the audio, but at least you get the video too and the visual of it. Anyway, this is Mike. And for Doc and Harper, who are not here and already said goodbye, I just wanted to say thank you to all the patrons and the Hall of Fame patrons. You guys have a great night, and book it, bitch.